Yes, people, that's right. Everybody wants to feel Irie. A big shout out to everybody locking in, okay, tuning in. Right now, we're going to be speaking to the one and only VicLaw, all the way out of the US of A. Definitely a blessing to be speaking with him, joining with him, okay. Big shout out to all those who've been sending lots of different emojis, blessings, definitely always appreciated. So, of course, VicLaw, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Greetings. You're live and direct right now on the Big Bad Station, aratradio.com. So tell the listeners, who is VicLawmusic? Tell us.
VicLawmusic is it's an international movement that's connecting the different continents together. You know, I started off with Jamaica because I was born in Jamaica. Then I went over to Africa.
Okay.
And then it's moving all around right now.
Wow, so you're taking over the world, yeah?
I'm attempting to.
Okay.
Good. It's looking good.
Definitely, I feel that for real. So you know what, VicLawmusic, you know, you spoke about, you grew up in Jamaica. So what made you go to the US of A and start this journey of VicLawmusic? What happened?
Well, I was a baby when I left.
Okay.
I was a baby when I left. And when I came to America, it was rough because where I moved at, there was no Jamaicans.
Yeah.
So I had to lose the accent to survive.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
But I always had the desire to go back. But I waited very late because of my father was like always telling me about the killings there.
Okay.
So when I went there, I had my guards up, and I went there as an entrepreneur, and then I ran into some artists. And from there, my journey began in the music industry.
Wow, okay. And we all know that Jamaica's got so much talent, so much blessing, for real.
Yes, they do. I'm trying to curve the music a little bit because it is positive and it is negative. So I'm trying to curve it over more towards the positive side. That's what I want to lean on. But you're gonna always get a mixture, But when I'm dealing with Africa want to hear dance songs. They want to hear love.
Okay.
So I'm trying to explain that to the people that I'm dealing with. Just remove the violence. Let's just deal with love and dancing right now. And culture, like Nati Paul.
Yeah.
He brings a strong message. To the world. So I'm affiliated with him and his crew.
Definitely. Big up Natty Paul, for real. And when it comes to the music, comes to doing what you do, people are asking me, what do you do? Do you do the promotion side? Tell us about what you do and your role.
You know what? I do everything.
Okay.
I started off, I promote, I do shows. I did shows in Sierra Leone. I was doing right before COVID, I was being introduced to presidents of Africa. A president in Ghana, a president in Rwanda, a president in Kenya, and a president in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
And I was gonna bring Teddy Riley, Teddy Riley that made music for Michael Jackson and everybody. Yeah. I was bringing him over there, and I established something with the Ghanaian government to house him and other people like Jack Knight and Jazzo that gave Jay-Z his start.
Okay.
I was bringing all of them over to Ghana, but COVID hit.
Wow.
And I couldn't hold on to them, but I still have the connections, and COVID is still rampant. So I can't afford to start something and then it stops it again, because you don't know when they're going to say nobody come in this country.
Yeah.
So I can't afford to start it. So I'm just dealing with the artists that's in the countries, like say Kenya. I have a female artist coming out of there called Kimmy Sheik.
Okay.
And she's an upcoming there, and I have artists in Sierra Leone as well.
Wow. Okay. And how hard or how easy have you found it? Because a lot of the time people always say we're not doing this in Africa because it's so hard to do the shows and this and that. But how have you found it?
I found it very, very good. Okay. Right? You just have to, anything I do it with, that it can happen. Yeah. I never look at nothing that it's an impossibility or it's going to be a struggle. I just put the thought out there, and then I let the universe and my ancestors take over and dominate the situation. And it has always came through, So as soon as it loosens up, I'm going to do a big show in Sierra Leone, and it should hit 40,000 people.
Nice.
So I want to bring some artists from Jamaica, hopefully UK, Canada. I want to bring some artists to to the continent of Sierra Leone and have a big show, you know, to introduce and intertwine everybody so they could be more connected, you know?
Definitely. I like the sound of that, for real. But you know what? Who inspires you? Who are your influences? What kind of gets your drive going?
You know, I listen to a lot of inspirational people, you know, motivational speakers, and you know, I kind of motivate myself, you know, and you know, and just always keep in my head that anything is possible, you know, and the greatest inventions was thoroughly looked at as an impossibility. Okay. You know, so everybody looked and said, no, this can't happen. And then the biggest inventions happened because of that. Yeah, yeah. You know? Definitely. So I look at things like that and say, look, man, anything's possible. And I could crack any code once you think a certain way, you know? Definitely. I like the positive attitude that you're bringing, man. Definitely like the positivity. Thank you. So thank you so much. When it comes to, you know, you're in the US of A right now, how has it been out in US of A? People are asking, how is it out there during COVID times? You know, we had the big incident with George Floyd. How has it been out there? Well, you know what? I mean, it's always a struggle, you know, and you're gonna, you know, it's a lot of half truths out there. You're not gonna get the whole picture. For real. You know, but you know, they're doing a lot of stuff to protect themselves here in America, and you know, people look like they're starting to get with the program and move in a certain direction together as a whole. Okay. You know, you still a lot of fight, you know, but as a whole, I think everybody's moving in the same direction. For real, that's cool. And so, tell us about your name, VicLaw. Tell us, what is that? Your name is that? What is that to you? Well, you know what? Everybody loves VicLaw. You know, and they love Law Music Records. I cut my name in half. Okay. It's Victor Lawton. Okay. It's Victor Lawton. And my friend said, yo, why don't you just cut your name in half? So I cut it in half, and it was VicLaw, and then I just Law Music, and everything else is Law. So when they see me, and like a lot of Europeans, they say, Law Music, Law. So they identify the Law as if I'm saying lawyers, you know. Yeah, yeah. But it has nothing to do with that. It's my last name cut in half, you know. For real. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, being in the business, you do all different types of strands for the business. What could you pass on to others that are locked in right now, either a positive or a negative, or to keep a lookout for? What are you saying? Don't accept anything from anybody other than yourself, because they're gonna always shoot you down, and you know, it's not their fault. They just lean towards the negativity, and they're gonna always find fault. But you know, you could always put it out there. You have to find somebody that's agreeable and present stuff to them, and have them boost your ego up, even if it's not good. Because I would never tell an artist or a model they look ugly or that's not good music. I wouldn't do that. I would always say, I like that. She's beautiful. So at least they could start to upgrade themselves and think that they're beautiful, or think that their music is beautiful. So I look towards that, whether I'm presenting something that's not good or not, but everything I put out is good. Okay. And I try to stay away, and I tell people, like, look, stay away from people that don't have a vision, because some people just gonna flip burgers, and those burger flippers is not supposed to give you advice in the music industry, because they're burger flippers. That's all they made to do is drop French fries. So there's no need to put your great idea to them, because they can't do nothing but shoot it down. Okay, I feel what you're saying. But you know, when you spoke earlier about, you know, you don't really say anything negative or constructive to somebody, I suppose is a different way of putting it. But then I've just got somebody saying, but that means you're not being honest. So what are you saying to that? You have to fool your mind. You have to fool your mind, because you know, like when they say you could be the president, you know, and it's a slim chance that these people will be president, but somebody will be it that hears that. Yeah. So sometimes you have to fake it till you get there, and that's why they say you have to grab a idol or somebody that inspires you and try to duplicate them, and then you will evolve into you. Okay. But it's good to find a target and say, okay, I want to be Michael Jordan, right? And then you're gonna evolve into like a Kobe, because Kobe idolized Michael Jordan. Yeah. You have to find somebody and fool himself to say I could be as great as him, and then you end up surpassing them. So you have to fool yourself or lie to yourself sometime just to get over that hump.
Okay, I get it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
For real. So, you know, in the music business right now, who are you locking in? Who are you liking? I know you mentioned Natty Paul. Who else are you liking in the business?
You know, I like the artists that I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with Turbulence. I'm dealing with a lot of old school guys.
Okay.
Sweet. I'm dealing with another guy, Reggie Stepper.
Yeah.
Joseph Stepper these guys made me some awesome songs. My man that played in Shatters, I forgot his name, but he made me a lethal song. And the beats that I have is magical. So anybody that gets on these tracks, you know, it just brings out a whole nother side of them. You know, so I present my beats to the world. You know, I have a website that has these beats on there, and they're magical. I mean, I didn't put them out yet, but I have 20 tracks that could change the whole game, you know, and have a very, very big impact. And within a month and a half, I'll put these tracks out. Mr. Lex, that's his name.
Oh yeah, Mr. Lex, yeah.
Okay, he made me an awesome song.
Okay.
You know, and off of the beats. And Natty Paul taught me a way to put the album out, because I got an album coming out called The Game Changer, and he says that they have a way they put it out in Jamaica called juggling, where you have like 10 artists on the same beat, and that's what I'm doing. And these artists are amazing on the beat, but I have to go and grab some people in Africa and put them on that beat as well, because I want to tie that in, because I think it's very, very important, because there's a lot of artists in Africa that's just amazing.
Yeah,
and they need a shot, so I'm going to give them that shot that they need.
For real, I like the sound of that. Definitely. When you got the mix ready, send it my way. You know it's going to be played for real.
Definitely, I will.
So, what are you thinking about? You know, you mentioned earlier great female artists. What are you thinking about the females up and coming in this business at the moment? Are you liking the style and the flavor?
Yes, you know what? I have two that's awesome, and I think that I've heard them before, and I'm not trying to boost my beats up. I would never do that.
Okay.
But like I said, it's magical, and once I hear them on these beats, I mean, I'm just amazed. You know, I have a girl named Beck Will from Sierra Leone. She's dynamic. But this girl called Kimmy Sheik, she's from Kenya. Yeah. Man, she's making a song with Turbulence. I hooked them up together. Yeah. And Natty Paul, matter of fact, and we're shooting a video. The song is finished. Okay. We're shooting a video for it. We're shooting a video for it in 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks we're gonna shoot a video in Kenya, and I think that song is gonna take her and the production to a whole nother level.
Nice. I like the sound of that. And you know, I want to know, because you sound very passionate about Africa, which is a blessing. Where does that passion come from? Because I can feel it, like everything you're doing, you're really including African artists, African locations. Tell us, where's that passion come from?
You know, I have a daughter.
Okay.
You know, daughter from Ghana.
Yeah.
Right? And I was told my grandfather's from Ghana.
Nice.
And, you know, I went there. You know, and I felt sad because I wanted to take everybody that I knew there, because it's just another level. You know, it's like Jamaica. It's like Jamaica 3000 or Jamaica on steroids. Yeah. You know, because a lot of people in Ghana told me that, Jamaica is Africa. So there's a connection there. And I was born in Jamaica. I was raised up in America, and you know, I just fell in love with the continent. I fell in love with the food. You know, the peanut. I don't know if you ever heard of peanut butter soup.
Yeah, I've heard of it, definitely.
It's amazing. I literally left Jamaican food alone just for this peanut butter soup. It was so amazing, you know? Yeah, so I think my roots tie in there, and I think they're dragging me. You know, sometimes it's not just of your own will. I think Africa has latched onto me somehow, and they're pulling me, you know, and they're telling me, like, Vic, come here. So Jamaica is pulling me. Africa is pulling me. U.S. is pulling me now. You know, Carousel is pulling me. You know, so I have a lot of countries pulling me. And I'm gonna instead of me going there, I'm gonna pull them all together and make them one.
Yeah, I like that still. Unity is definitely the best way.
Yeah. Yes.
So, you know, we're coming to the last bit of the interview. I wanted to know, what's your mission and what's next for VicLaw? Tell us.
Well, I see, I have models, right? And I created an agency called Model Presidents International.
Yeah.
And it started in Sierra Leone, and they're very, very beautiful young ladies. Because when you're doing music, you're going to need models, you're going to need graphics, you're going to need so much. And I try to control all that myself. That way, it'll save you money, and then you'll have a crew that you could help financially. You could bless them because, Africa's in a state, man, where you try not to believe it, but it's real. They really, $10 will go a far way. $100 is a blessing, and $50. So I like to give back to them as much as I can. Even Jamaica, they're in a bad state as well. So I'm just motivated. And you know what? They have brought me higher because of their needs. It makes me try to produce more.
Yeah.
So my beats, I'm trying to get my beats out. And I just before December, I should make an impact. And then I'm building, it's already built. I have a distribution where I could distribute the music I make. That way I could control my environment a little better. I want freedom. I want sovereignty. And this is what I seek.
That's good,
so I try to do a lot of stuff myself.
For real, definitely. And so how can people get in touch with you? Say if there's an artist out there, they wanted to link up with you, or somebody just wanted to have a chat, how can that happen?
They could call me direct. I don't put up no walls.
Yeah.
And they could go to VicLaw _ Law Vic on Instagram, or is it okay if I give my phone number?
It's up to you. That's up to you. Yeah, it's okay.
It's US. I think it's a 1. It's 347-356-7880, and then www.bestbeats.com, which is the beat site I was telling you about. It's BES though. It's not BEST. It's Best Beats. www.bestbeats.com.
Okay. Putting in a bit of slang. I like that still.
Yes.
For real.
There's a lot behind that. There's a lot behind that word best, believe it or not.
Tell us if you want to. Go for it.
It's a short African pygmy called Bess that protected women in childbirth, because I have a certain love and compassion for the wisdom of the woman.
Yeah.
Her intuition. You can walk by a flower and she will pick it up and say, "Oh, it's so beautiful." And to us men, we just say, "Oh, it's just a flower." Because they have that magic, they have that intuition that we have to learn how to respect. And once we respect the woman, the planet will be a better planet. So that deity of ancient Egypt protect the woman in childbirth. And I love the woman, and I think that she should be respected to the utmost.
Blessings, for real. So, what would you like to say to the listeners out there who are either just hearing about you for the first time or been supporting you for a good while? What would you like to say to them?
Well, you know what? I found out in this game, it's not too much negativity, or it's not too much usury and abuse, but I want to change it. I don't necessarily do a lot of contracts, because a contract, it binds people and it locks them in. So I do it out of goodwill. You don't have to always have a contract with nobody. You have to show love in this industry. That's why it's so evil and dangerous, because nobody wants to just say, you know what? If you jerk me or if you do me wrong, that's on you. And I've learned since I did that, I've met nothing but honesty, because I don't try to lock them down. They come to me and say, "Vic, I want a contract." Instead of me initially supposed to say, because I'm putting my money up, I'm supposed to get a contract, but I don't force nobody. And that's missing in the game, honesty and love.
For real.
And I want to bring that to the game. You don't have to lock these guys down and abuse them in a contract. Show some love, and they will come to you, and they will treat you with respect. So that's what I want to introduce to the game: love and honesty.
Definitely, I feel that for real. And you know what, VicLaw, it's been a blessing to speak with you, and I'm sure we're going to speak again. And of course, any new music, any new vibes, definitely send it my way. I hope you have a blessed rest of the day, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you still.
Thank you, DJ Kat. I love the opportunity you gave me, and this platform is a magnificent platform. This is not my first time listening. I tuned in with Nati Paul and many others that you don't know, believe it or not. And Nati Paul was like, "Look, man, you need to do an interview." So I said, "Sure," but I have sent people your way. You just don't know I sent people your way.
Okay.
Right? I love your show. Okay.
Blessings. I appreciate that definitely.
You do a great job, and there'll be much more coming your way.
Give thanks. Blessings. I appreciate that. It's been a blessing.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Speak soon. Bless. Okay. Yes, people, please do go and support VicLaw. Go and check him out. Go and see what he's been up to, what he's getting on with, with artists and so forth. That was VicLaw, straight out of the US of A. And right now, we're going to play a tune from Nati Paul. So make sure you keep it locked in. Big shout out to everybody who's been sending messages from the US of A, Jamaica, Canada. It's been a complete blessing. Here we go.
DJKat a hit, she a the hit maker. She a the hit, and she run the rager. She a the hit. Check 1-3 greetings, massive wagwan. This is Azalineage, and right now, me I represent for my sister DJ Kat, aka the Katalyst. You hear me? You're in tune to the sounds of ArawakRadio.com. Or tune in via the app. Seen every Wednesday and Saturdays, UK to the world. Seen.
New time. Me into this long time. Shining music. Me into this long time. But not the ball. But they still looking up here. Still I do the music. Still I keep the field. But they still looking up here. Still I do the music. Still I keep the field. Me nah mix up in a evil. Me nah bow down to corrupted people. No. Me really want me boss on your seat. Me nah sell me soul for no vehicle. Me nah mix up in a evil. Me nah bow down to corrupted people. No. Me really want me boss on your seat. Me nah sell me soul for no vehicle. Me no like how the system design. Cause if me never strong, me woulda give up and resign. Then I boss your song if you nah boots cry. Them promote the slackness, the program they use them mind.